of my Geminis out there. Please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. I just want to go ahead and say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all really come through, show me love, support, really appreciate it. Not just y'all, but all the zodiac signs, right? Like, y'all really been pushing a line because y'all see that I'm sincere. Y'all see that I don't have any kind of gimmicks or anything like that. I just give y'all the truth, and I just want y'all to succeed in life just like how I want to succeed. And y'all see the bumps and y'all see the growth. So, excuse me, I really appreciate it. So you have the Two of Swords, the Emperor, the World. This is for Gemini, by the way, just in case if I wasn't clear. Gemini, the Queen of Swords. Then you have the Moon, the Justice, right? The Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and last but not least, you have the Nine of Swords. So what I'm seeing here for the Geminis, I'm seeing how a lot of you Geminis right now are coming in kind of guarded and kind of thinking, trying to be, a lot of y'all are overly preoccupied with self-preservation at this point and wanting to know what the next step for you is going to be. Seems to me as if somebody has gotten on the wrong side of the Geminis, where a lot of you Geminis don't think you can trust somebody, it seems. And then you have the Queen of Swords and the Moon. The Queen of Swords represents, be careful of being too suspicious of other people, because what will happen is you'll end up being so suspicious of other people, you'll end up putting paint where it ain't, right? You'll end up creating a bad or sour relationship with people where it's not supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, don't burn bridges. You know what I'm saying? Don't go burn the bridges and stuff. And then the things that the Moon represents, because the truth is, I know that Geminis want to know if people are playing them or not, but, you know, sometimes allow people to ultimately play themselves. Go check out Mind Control 101 on Mind Control 101 second edition. I explained manipulation all there. But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That is a must-see video. If you haven't seen that video, none of you zodiac signs are going to understand what's going on. Because most people come to you from a perspective of manipulation, right? So you have to know what game they're running so you can see through it, so you can avoid that. Go check out that video. So you have the Moon, and the Moon represents you in your bag right now. You're in your emotional baggage right now. And a lot of you Geminis have to learn to understand that, you know, you got to be able to break out of your emotional baggage right now. And how you do that is by really confronting your own self as to what you need to do. Why? Because the Justice, the Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice is you need to be able, hold on. Okay, yeah. You need to be able to have your own, perception correct, because when you perceive things incorrectly, that's where things can end up terrible for you. And then the Chariot represents, or you could be on a war path, the Chariot, right? Chariot, war path, Chariot, right? Like when you're in a war, right? You could be on a war path, and Ace of Pentacles. So interesting, you know what I mean? You could be on a war path, and the Ace of Pentacles represents whatever it is that you create, right? Is whatever it is that you create. So don't be surprised if you're on a war path and people don't necessarily want to hang out with you because they see you tripping, right? And you have to come back and try to explain yourself and explain what's going on with you emotionally and stuff like this to people that you didn't have to, right? Or you're in a situation where you're much better off because you're keeping it honest with yourself and you're communicating with other people, right? Like I said, communication is bad these days. I can't even explain to y'all how bad communication is. Like, how many times you've been on the phone, how many times you got somebody's number and they don't, and like when like the two of y'all are supposed to be texting, they hardly text, they don't call, they don't. So if you don't call and you don't text, those are the people who really like you, who really want to say something to you, but they're socially awkward. So they scared. You see what I'm saying? That's because that's from a place of fear. They're scared because they're scared of you. So, they can't, you know what I'm saying? So, again, communication and social adeptness is kind of, you know what I'm saying, on its last leg, right? And the things that the Empress and the Nine of Swords. So the Empress and the Nine of Swords represents how a lot of you Geminis right now, okay? Understand that you're in a bad place right now where you're not necessarily a people person, because Geminis go through times like that, as we all do, but some of us are more real to show it as opposed to other zodiac signs. And Gemini is one of those zodiac signs where they will be by themselves if they want to. They're not necessarily so like Taurus or like Aries, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not necessarily going to be like, well, how come people leave me alone and stuff, even though I want to be alone. So the Nine of Swords represent how you Geminis also are needing to heal from this pain and understand that you're not in such a bad position the way you think you are. So that's pretty much it. Comment. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. I usually like to clarify at least one card, right? So you have the Chariot, again, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Chariot is based off of how it is that you want to go about this thing. It's based off of your perception. The Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, you need to start understanding that not everything is your fault, and it's time for you to learn to let go and learn to forgive yourself. That's another thing too, because what is depression? Depression is self-hatred. You got to get off that. You got to get that off your chest. Peace. 1.